Good day, everyone. So this would be the continuation of the lecture discussion about lipids. So we will discuss here the methods of extraction of lipids or lipids. So what are the different methods of extracting lipids? We have here your expression. For expression, it can either be hot or cold expression. So that process may be utilization of hot or cold method. Also, we have your rendering and of course the extraction by solvents or by the use of solvents. Okay, so the first method for extracting now the lipids we have here is the expression. So when we say expression, this is the process of mechanically pressing of your liquid out of liquid containing solids. And basically, this is the most widely used for fixed oil. And we have the two types, which is your cold expression and your hot expression. So as you can see in the figure, this is the method or the process of expression. Usually, we pour out yung ating mga fruit materials or fruits. Like for example, we have here lemon. Sa lemon na yan, again, we are pouring out the lemon or these lemons are being placed in the tinatawag nilang blending machine. So from the blending machine, it now releases the oil and other liquids specifically from that um, blended machine. So the fruits are being transferred to another section, which is now the compressor, and compressor now squeezes or the device applies pressure to compress or squeeze out the liquid in the fruits or out of the fruits, the juices, the oils, and even the seeds from the fruit. So once the squeezed liquid is sent through the filtering machine. Again, once na na-squeeze na, pupunta sila sa filtration process. So, sa filtration process naman, this now removes the excess plant materials or yung tinatawag nating mark. And of course, sineseparate niya ito sa mga juice natin or sa liquid natin or yung ating mga essential oils. So, basically, napansin natin na meron pang mark doon which is pwede pa natin gamitin for another expression method. Kung dito hindi tayo gumamit ng tinatawag nilang heat, so meaning this is a cold expression. So once na meron pa tayong mga natirang mark dun or yung filtrate natin out of the cold expression, yun yung gagamitin natin ngayon for your hot expression. So, yung mark natin will now again undergo yung tinatawag natin hot expression with the use of heat to squeeze out yung ating essential oils para dumami yung ating makuhang oils. So, again, the difference of the two, sa cold expression is gumagamit lang tayo ng room temperature. So, no heat is being used. And for your hot expression naman, gumagamit tayo ng heat to enable now the extraction of more essential oils sa ating plant material. So, again, expression meaning mechanically pressing of your liquid out of liquid containing solids. And we have two types, which is your cold expression and hot expression. So sa cold expression, no heat is involved in extracting your essential oil. So from the cold expression na meron tayong mark, yun na yung gagamitin natin for the hot expression wherein we utilize your heat to extract now your liquid or yung ating mga lipids or your essential oils. Also, we have another method which is your rendering. So, for rendering naman, It consists of cutting or chopping the fatty tissue into small pieces. So it is being boiled in open pots or cooked in steam digesters. So basically, this is being used for production of your fat o yung mga lard natin, mga ginagamit nating mantika. So large scale siya, production ng ating mga mantika pag nagluluto tayo. So again, this is widely used for fats or yung mga animal fats natin. So sa mga manufacturing firm na malalaki itong ginagawa. And last, we have your extraction by solvents wherein the process in which compounds are separated on their relative solubilities. So basically, we make use of hexane, which is the most used solvent for extraction of your lipids through yung extraction by solvent simply because it has a convenient boiling point. And take note that for extraction by solvent, this is being used for extraction of your fats. So again, we have the different types of extraction. We have your expression. Also, we have your rendering. And last would be your extraction by solvent. So we now move on to the different quantitative test for lipids. So, number 1 would be your acid value or yung tinatawag nating acid number. So, when we say acid value, this refers now to the number of milligram of potassium hydroxide which is required to neutralize the free acids in 1 gram of the oil. So, usually, ito yung ginagawa natin or gagawin sa inyong titration process. And it measures now the hydrolytic rancidity of your oil. So again, pag acid value is it measures yung ating rancidity ng oil natin. So high acid values arise in rancified oil, sabi nga dito. So once there is a higher value of your acid dun sa pag-titrate natin, ibig sabihin, hindi edible yung ating oil. So, hindi dapat siya gamitin. So, basically, sabi ko nga sa inyo before, rancidification now is the production of unpleasant oil wherein it is because of the oxidation of your oils. So, kaya medyo bumabaho yung ating oil. So, basically, hindi pwedeng gamitin yung ating oil kapag mataas yung value ng kanyang acid. So, again, your acid value, it measures the hydrolytic rancidity of your oils. Another test for lipids we have here is your saponification value or yung tinatawag nilang Kotzdorfer. So, sa saponification value naman, it is being expressed as the number of milligram of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the free acids in and to hydrolyze the esters in 1 gram of the substance. So, ang minimeasure naman natin ngayon sa saponification value is the number of fatty acids. So, once there is an increase of your saponification value, ibig sabihin, there is a large or higher value of your fatty acid. So, that is for your saponification value wherein it undergoes the hydrolysis reaction of your lipid. Also, we have your ester value. This is now the difference between the saponification and your acid value. And for your iodine value naman, another USP test or quantitative test for lipids, it gives a measure of the unsaturation of the oil. So, when we say unsaturation, meaning that is the hydrocarbon band or yung double band na meron sa ating mga oils. So, when there is a high degree of unsaturation, ibig sabihin, yung iodine value din is mataas. Or kapag mataas yung iodine value na nakuha natin, ibig sabihin is mataas yung degree ng unsaturation ng mga oil natin. So, the mass of iodine in grams that is consumed by 100 gram of fats or oil. So, that is the definition of your iodine value. Another one is the acetyl value, wherein this is the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide, which is usually required to neutralize the acetic acid, which is being freed by the hydrolysis process of the acetylated fat or other substances. So usually, the oil is first acetylated with acetic anhydride. Again, ina-acetylate muna yung ating oil with the use of your acetic anhydride, which combines with any free hydroxyl groups which is present, and usually the product is then isolated after thorough removal of the acid resulting from the reagent. So the saponification value is determined together with that of the original oil. So the acetyl value is calculated from the difference between the two figures. So, yung saponification value natin and your acetyl value. And last, we have here the hydroxyl value. So, this is being defined now as the expression of the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide which is required to neutralize the acid combined by isolation of the sample. And most fixed oils have low values, which is usually arise from small quantities of sterols present. And take note that for castor oil, this is an exemption wherein the minimum value is considered to be 150 and arising from the high proportion of your ricinoleic acid which is present in your castor oil. So that ends our lesson about methods in extracting your lipids and the quantitative chemical test of your lipids. Thank you and have a good day. Keep